Alright, so get this. For a price of just around $199, you can get the 7th generation Apple iPod Touch. This is probably one of the cheapest iOS devices you can get right now from Apple, but with the release of new devices such as the 2020 series of iPhones and iPads, why should you even consider such a small and less powerful device? Hey, what is going on YouTube? Mike here from Team VRY, and this is the iPod Touch. So back in the day, Apple made an insane amount of money with the success of the classic iPod and the iPod Touch devices, providing loyal Apple fans and potential customers with a premium device to suit their music and multimedia needs. Fast forward to 2019, and Apple released what could very well be the last iPod product ever. But in a market dominated by powerful devices capable of media playback and more, why did Apple still choose to release this particular product? There's no fancy Face ID or Touch ID here, no full screen display, but underneath its simplicity, there is a device which I personally find interesting nonetheless. So the design on this device is vintage Apple through and through. The iPod Touch is virtually the same size as the iPhone 5, 5S, and the first generation SE. There is a 4-inch IPS display on front with an oleophobic coating, a 1.2 megapixel front-facing camera, and a classic Apple home button, which we don't really see anymore these days. On the other side, we get an aluminum back with an 8 megapixel camera, the Apple logo, and a plastic strip for wireless signals. It's a fairly basic design and I do like it, and it is definitely a throwback to the Apple designs of yesteryear. So yeah, while the iPod brand used to be mainly aimed at music consumption, Apple has really tweaked their product over the years to give consumers more usage out of their device. The inclusion of a touch-based display, along with compatibility to the latest iOS version, really gives weight to the phrase, an iPhone without the phone. This means that most modern iOS apps will be able to run the iPod as they would on an iPhone, albeit on a smaller display, and without the added benefit of mobile data use. If you look at it, it's this kind of software accessibility which gives you more freedom to do all kinds of neat stuff on this device. Sure, there's a huge lack of processing power and camera quality compared to even the most affordable iPhones today, but I'd like to think that the iPod Touch isn't all about the specs, as it focuses more on giving you an affordable gateway to Apple's ecosystem. For example, I might not be able to take groundbreaking photographs or run the most intense games on the iPod, but I can still access my Apple Music library, my iCloud documents, and use iMessage and FaceTime to keep in touch with family and friends. If you want to play games, watch movies, or take photos on the iPod, then of course there's nothing stopping you from doing that. You just have to keep your expectations in check. So, is the iPod Touch worth getting at all, especially in this day and age? Well, if you are like me and don't really care about specs at all, maybe you're only after an affordable Apple device with access to the essential iOS software features, then you might want to check out this device. Otherwise, if specs matter a lot to you, then you're probably better off buying one of the older iPhones or iPads out there. It also doesn't look like we'll be getting a new iPod in the future, so that's another factor to consider. Alright guys, if you want to see more videos, check out Team VRY here on YouTube, and once again, thanks for watching.